Today's video, I would like to talk about paper chromatography. Using paper chromatography in analysis and explain how to calculate RF value. Paper chromatography is the technique for separating dissolved chemical substances by taking advantage of their different rates of migration across sheets of paper. It is an inexpensive but powerful analytical tool that requires very small quantities of material. It can be used to separate variety of mixture.
Firstly, we need to collect all the necessary materials, including a test tube, beaker, chromatography paper, solvent, ruler, pencil, capillary tube, and a glass plate. Next, draw a line with a pencil across a piece of chromatography paper. This line should be about 1 centimeter from the bottom of the paper. Do not use a pen, as the colors in the ink may move up the chromatography paper with solvent. Put a small spot by using a capillary tube of the mixture of dyes on the pencil line and allow it to dry. Now suspend the chromatography paper in a beaker that contains a small amount of solvent. It is important that the solvent is below the pencil line so that the dyes don't just dissolve in the solvent. Put the lid on the beaker so that the atmosphere becomes saturated with the solvent. This is to stop evaporation of the solvent from the surface of the paper. As the solvent moves upward through the paper, the different components of the sample begin to separate. When the solvent has moved up the paper to about 1 centimeter from the top, remove the paper from the beaker and draw a pencil line to show where the solvent got to. The highest level of the solvent on the paper is called the solvent font. Leave the paper to dry so that all the solvent evaporates.
Finally, we got the chromatogram of dye. Next up, we need to analyze the chromatogram by retardation factor, RF value. So we draw on a chromatogram by pencil line. Pencil line start the pencil baseline and vertically end the one spot of mixture, example blue spot. The formula for retardation factor is distance moved by spot divided by distance moved by the solvent front. In the figure, the blue color spot distance is 0.9 centimeters and distance moved by the solvent font is 3.6 centimeters. So RF value is 0.9 centimeters divided by 3.6 centimeters. Therefore, the RF value of blue spot is 0.25. The other RF value of spot can calculate by this method. An RF value must be between 0 and 1. If you get a number bigger than 1, you have probably divided the numbers the wrong way round. An RF value has no units. RF value depend on the solvent used and on the type of paper. So if you want to compare RF values, as long as you use the same type of paper and the same solvent. Thank you very much. I would like to say congratulations if you got some information from my presentation. Bye.